And I also know that bankers are not the most popular professions
Correct.
in the world,
Correct.
particularly after this latest recession. We have been seen as judgmental, as not collaborative on the other side of the desk. In other words, you have to come in and prove to me why I should do business with you. Well, let me make something really, really clear. This is a tough economy for banks too. We need you, we need customers. And we have some responsibilities to serve you if we hope to earn your business. I was telling Doug a little bit before we started today about a conference that I went to several years ago where the marketing research firm J.D. Power and Associates, and you've probably heard of them, shared what the key satisfying factors are for a business owner in a bank. Number one at the top of the list was what we call an assigned client manager. And that's a formal term for the person who is responsible for managing and serving you. Now, what is that person? They've got to be a number of things to you. First of all, they have to be very trustworthy. Someone that you know has your best interest at heart, someone who's honest, someone who tells you the truth. How do you measure that? Well, that's a comfort thing from getting to know someone to figure out, hey, are they really about helping my business succeed, or are they looking for ways to serve their own goals more? The second attribute that's really important is how knowledgeable are they? And as I was telling Doug a little bit before our show started, having a great smile but having no skill is not a great thing for a bank to be. There are a lot of friendly bankers out there. What you really need is one who knows a thing or two about balance sheets, income statement analysis, who understands how small businesses like yours finance themselves, who understands the effect of working capital, of trade receivables and payables, and how they can impact your liquidity, who understands loan structuring and how to put the right loan together for you. In short, you would not take your car to a mechanic who is friendly but has no idea how the transmission works. Why would you do it with a banker? And yet I'll tell you that the last 5 or 10 years has probably been one of the worst for bankers' knowledge. Because we're like a lot of other businesses. We've become reliant on computers. I just type the information in here and it tells me what to do. When in fact, what you really do need is a banker who will bring that knowledge to the table.
And look beyond those computer numbers.
That's right.
It's easy to type those numbers in the computer and spit out a result. But where a bank can make a big difference is that they can look beyond the numbers, and that's really critical. If the banker decides they're interested and they want to look a little bit more, the bank is going to look just beyond the numbers.
That's right.
It's important to understand that because not many banks do.
So the third attribute, Doug, that I'd like to share is how accessible are they? And again, we talked about this a bit ago. Business owners have a day that's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know when a problem's going to arise or when an opportunity is going to arise. And believe it or not, it's not real easy to get a hold of people these days. Especially if you're doing business with a larger institution. To be quite honest, it's difficult to say, well, where is my banker? Do I have their phone number? Do I have their cell phone number? And what about this thing called banker's hours? I've been hearing that one all my life, and I can tell you unequivocally they don't exist. But what if my banker, what if I need to talk to him or her at 7 in the morning? What if I need to email them on a Friday evening or a Saturday afternoon because I've got an opportunity? Will they be responsive to me? And this is a high responsibility or high accountability for me to give our bankers to say, you know what, I'm not saying I want you to get up from the dinner table on a Saturday night because one of your customers has called you, But truthfully, a community bank, that's one of the things that we can say is, you know what, you're going to know who your banker is, and you're going to have a couple of different ways to contact them. So being able to get to that person is really important. And the last thing I want to talk about is proactive. Everybody knows that that's a great adjective. You know, to be proactive and to take care of opportunities or problems before they get to you is really important. But when it comes to your banker and what your expectations should be of that client manager, how proactive are they in really knowing what's new and different with your business? You know, are they the ones that call you up to say, hey, Doug, it's been a couple of weeks or months since we've talked, and I'd love to get an update on how things are going. You know, how are your sales going? You know, who are your new prospects? What challenges are you facing? Has anything changed about the business? Have you gotten a new competitor? Did your marketing strategy work or not work? Because you see, when we understand that story, we can be very responsive to you, and we can give you ideas, we can give you recommendations, we can be prepared to field your requests. But I really put that responsibility as much, if not more so, on the banker to come find you to get that update. Not on you to always have to come in and tell us what's new or what's going on.
And that's fairly unique in the banking industry. It's really impressive what C&F's doing.
So those 4 adjectives should be your core expectations of your bank and your banker. Are they trustworthy? You know, are they really committed to my business? Do they want to help me succeed? Or are they just trying to make money themselves? Are they knowledgeable? Is my banker knowledgeable? You know, do they have the training? Do they understand the basics of business financials, of accounting? Are they accessible? You know, can I get to them easy? You know, if I'm in a pinch on a job site, or if I'm at a merchant trying to make a purchase of supplies and for some reason my debit card gets declined, you know, that's a tough moment for a business owner. You know, can I get a hold of my banker right then, right there, who can say, hey, Jeff, sit tight, I'm going to have this taken care of for you. And then lastly, you know, how proactive are they? Are they really picking up the phone every couple of weeks or months to find out how you're doing? Do they set regular meetings to get an update on how things are going with your strategy so that they understand it, they've got that down? These are expectations that you should absolutely have of your banker. They're not things that are nice to haves. I consider them need to haves. And
should haves.
And should haves. And truthfully, I am very excited to see that accountability come to the bank, because for too long, I believe bankers have said, you know, you come to me, you prove to me why I should believe in you, or you bring things to me, you come to my office and you can sit on that side of the table. And you know, that's just not right.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about SBA?